Good morning and welcome to the show, and thanks for sticking with us at our new hour of 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. I'm out here on 30A in my never-ending search for new and exciting places to explore. We found Rue 30A, and I'm speaking with Chef Nikhil. Did I say your name right?
That's right.
Chef Nikhil. How long have you guys been here?
Well, we actually just opened this year. We opened March 14th, and it's really been a great experience for us so far.
Yeah, it's not your typical restaurant. I mean, it's really more of a, I don't know, what would you call this?
Well, I would say we are a private chef's venue. So it's not a restaurant. We're not open, every single day doing dinners in here for the general public. It's reservation only. If you want to come in here, you need to bring in your own group, and it's a really more upscale experience. Yeah.
It is, and it's such an intimate and elegant setting, and maybe we'll explore a little later on. But you do all your prep right here. Your guests are there. You have some nice music going on, and of course some adult beverages, I'm sure.
Of course, of course. Well, it is a very intimate experience, and that's what we try to provide. We want to create that upscale atmosphere that you get, in other places like New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, that you can't get in this area. So we wanted to provide that and, do that niche here.
And it seems very exclusive.
It is, yeah.
What type of groups do you get here?
We get all sorts, people from all walks of life. From a special occasion, birthday parties, people want to come in here. We get, of course, all the wine groups. So we have Destin Charity Wine Auction, Nashville Charity Wine Auction, doing a lot of dinners with them. I'll do football coaches. I'll do, I cook for Emerald's wife on occasion.
Oh, no kidding.
I do, yeah.
Wow,
so it's a lot of fun.
So if you're cooking for Emerald's wife,
I know.
You got to be up on your game.
I guess I do. Sometimes a little nerve-wrack there, but it's fine.
I can understand that. So this would be a perfect place for maybe a special anniversary, or groups from out of town coming in who are maybe staying in the 30A area here.
Yeah, and that's the bulk of our business is, we'll get people coming in, they'll, rent a beautiful home on the beach, and they want to go out and have a good time and don't want to have to worry about, waiting in line to seat or doing anything else. So they just come here, have a wonderful dinner, and it's easy as can be.
Well, maybe you can help me share just get a little peek of that peek at that experience.
Of course,
here in the kitchen. We're going to prepare some stuff here today. What's on the menu?
So we've got a pan-seared snapper that we're going to do today with a charred corn salsa. And it's a really easy dish that you can create at home, if you just want to have dinner, let's say with your husband or with your wife, and you don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. It's a really, really fresh, farm-to-table, seed-to-table dish that you can prepare in about, 30 minutes.
Okay, well, maybe I can help out a little bit along
you
the
can
way.
definitely help.
I'll try not to wreck it on you. We're going to run off to the local weather here. And now to your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm. westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Chef Nikhil out at Rue 30A. And we're going to make some pan-seared snapper.
That's right,
now,
that's right.
I'm hoping that's local snapper.
It is local snapper. It's caught right here. Actually, I got it from our local market, Goat Feathers. So they have a wonderful selection every day. So if you ever get a chance to cook for yourself at home and you want that really great fish, they have some wonderful fish there.
So before we start searing the snapper, we've got to do some prep work.
Yes, we do. So what we're going to start on first is actually the prep for the corn salsa. So it is a charred corn salsa. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this corn right here. We're going to char it on the grill.
Okay.
Get some nice black color in there and get that smoky flavor that you get from a grill.
Okay.
And then take some of these other things, chop it up, and then we're going to saute it all together with some bacon. So it can't be wrong with bacon.
Oh, bacon, of course. Everything's good with bacon.
So we're going to it takes about just about one onion. Onion's important for this because the onion actually adds texture to it as well as flavor. And then move right on to the bell pepper.
Now, how did you learn how to do all this, Chef?
Actually, I started doing all this when I was 13 years old, right in Destin. I worked for Tim Crehan at Beach Walk Cafe, and one of his chefs, Dan Pettis, doing sushi. So that's really where I started to learn how to use a knife and do all of these fun things and cool things that I'm doing now that makes it look like it's really, really easy.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Now, I've had a run-in with sushi before on the show.
You have?
Yeah, I have. Mine did not come out as good as the regular sushi.
Well, that's because you haven't done a class here. So we actually, out of season, also teach cooking classes here.
Oh, you do?
So if you want to learn how to roll sushi like the pros, come on in here and we can teach you how to do all these things.
All right. So
like how to use a knife and chop things like easily like I am right now.
So not just elegant dining, but also instruction as well. That's so cool.
Of course. We're going to add this right to our onion because we're actually, it's going in at the same time.
Oh, it's very colorful. Yeah.
It is, isn't it? So it's great about when you're doing things like
Yeah, look at this. Doesn't that look cool?
So then we're going to take
It's like a Polish flag.
two cloves of garlic here, and we're just going to mince this up very fine.
Oh yeah, that's what my wife calls Italian gold.
It is. You know, we actually have a lot of gold things in the kitchen. One thing that they called is liquid gold is actually bacon fat.
Bacon fat.
So we're going to have a little liquid gold in here too.
Yeah.
Because like we said, bacon makes everything better.
Wow.
So we're just mincing this up real fine.
Oh, Chef Nikhil is something with a knife. Let me tell you, that is something else.
Just like that, perfect. So we'll take this minced garlic, put it in here, save it on the side. And then we'll move right on to just slicing our tomatoes in half. So I have some beautiful baby heirloom tomatoes, also local from Treehouse Farms, which I heard you were on an airboat earlier today.
I was.
So actually, the where you get off on the airboat, the farm for these tomatoes is right next door. So you can stop by there if you go on an airboat ride and see where these beautiful tomatoes come from.
As if these tomatoes weren't small enough, you're going to reduce them just a little more.
Just in half, yes, sir. And again, we're trying to keep everything relatively the same size. So we're cutting this down in half, and actually this will also allow that tomato juice to kind of release a little bit into our salsa. So are you left-handed or are you right-handed?
I'm a righty.
You're a righty, so you know I'm correct-handed. Left-handed here.
Correct-handed.
And actually my knife is sharpened in a way that is easier for left-handed people.
Really?
Yeah, and what I do is that, you know, typically on a knife, you have an edge that's like this, and it's 70, or it's 50-50 as far as the edge goes.
Right.
For me, being left-handed, I actually did a little bit of a 70-30, so when I cut, it actually does a sharper angle for me, being left-handed.
Who knew?
I know.
We're going to continue on with the prep, and we've got to run off to a break. But on the other side of that, let's start searing some corn and some fish and everything. We'll be right back after your Mad Hatter Minute.
Hi, this is David Lovett, and this is your Mad Hatter Minute. There are millions of cars on the roads in the United States today, and each one is a source of air pollution. In 1975, with the implementation of the Clean Air Act, essentially what the Clean Air Act did for the automotive industries is make catalytic converters an actual requirement for all vehicles. The job of the catalytic converter is to take the harmful pollutants and change them into harmless emissions, which expel through the exhaust tailpipe. On modern vehicles, there are two sensors located on the exhaust system, one before the catalytic converter and one after the catalytic converter. These sensors read the oxygen that are going through the exhaust system and the amount of unburned oxygen that is there. As a result, signals are sent back to the electronic control unit of the vehicle, which will tell the vehicle to run either richer or leaner, to add fuel or subtract fuel, thereby maintaining performance and engine emissions. When the catalytic converter fails, it's not unusual to have the smell of rotten eggs. What this is the actual catalyst inside the catalytic converter is burning up and cracking and falling apart, or is physically melting inside the shell of the catalytic converter. Either way, the catalytic converter needs to be replaced or it's going to clog the vehicle's exhaust system. Replacing the catalytic converter by itself is not the only thing that needs to be done. A failed catalytic converter is a symptom and not the cause of the problem. Either the vehicle is running too rich or the vehicle is running too lean. You have to identify the source and do that repair as well. If not, you'll be replacing the catalytic converter again very soon. I'm David Lovett, and that has been your Mad Hatter Minute.
Hey folks, this is Joshua Brown with Mad Hatter on 23rd Street. Is your check engine light on? If it is, text MADHAT28, that's MADHAT28, to 24247 and we'll check it for free.
It's Friday and welcome back. I'm here with Madison from Live 850 Welcome to the show. Or
Thank
welcome back,
you.
Madison.
Thank you.
How's Mom doing?
She's good.
Oh, good,
Working.
good. I know, you've been a very good substitute for her.
Thank you.
Yes, but you're here to get us up to date on Live 850. And as people, if you've been living under a rock, Live 850 is this great app you can get on your phone, and it tells you what's going on. Live music, events, VIP, the whole deal. And even, you know, they've got a thing with Live 850 with Instagram. So if you go to a really cool venue listed on here, snap a few pics, post them, and I can see if it's worth going there or not. see if the cool people are there.
Yeah.
What's going on this weekend, Madison?
Ocean Fest is Saturday, and they're going to have lionfish diving and spearing and killing them and eating them afterwards and everything. Because they're an invasive species and they need to get out of the water.
Killing them and eating them. I like
Yeah.
it. It's like a good family fun, a good old-fashioned slaughter.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, we had Clay on from Diver's Den who was telling us about that whole lionfish, I think they call it, is an invasive species and just wipes out everything. So they've actually turned it into an event.
Yep, Captain Anderson's is having their whole deal going on so they can get all the divers out there to spear them and get them out of the water. And afterwards at 4 o'clock, everyone's going to come get a free lionfish tasting and get it done.
And that's Captain Anderson's Marina out there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So what else is happening?
We're having, Sharon Sheffield Park is having a music event, and there's going to be concerts and stuff throughout the week and everything. There's going to be a few. I think the 27th, the 1st, and the 7th of August. Well, the 27th of July and then 1st and 7th of August. And there'll be live music and everything and a good time, and everyone likes concerts. So
Yeah. And those are free, aren't they?
yeah, it's free concerts all the time.
Yeah, free's cool. So, and that's about the wrap up for the weekend, huh?
Yeah, pretty much the whole week, and the rest of Ocean Week is through the 27th, and then the August 1st will be the first Friday Fest of August, so, and the only Friday Fest, but it'll be the first Friday, so Friday Fest is next Friday.
The Ocean Week thing going on, Sharon Sheffield Park, concerts in the park, and what was the last thing you said? I forgot already.
Friday Fest.
Friday Fest, how can we forget? And if you do forget, go right to that handy little app that I have right here, and it's Live 850. Madison, thanks for coming on the show and getting us smart on what's going on around town. And welcome back to the show. I'm here with Chef Nikhil, and we're going to sear some corn and some, are these shallots or onions? Or?
These are spring onions here, yep.
Spring onions, okay. So I'm going to take this over here because I am the chef's assistant. I'm the apprentice for today.
You're my sous chef,
right
is
here?
the correct term. Right there,
Okay.
that's perfect.
All right. Ooh, that one just squirted me.
It did, yep.
Yeah.
So this is some wonderful summer corn. We're trying
Now
to
the same
stay
side
in
here?
season.
Just like that?
Just like that.
All right.
Put those on.
Okay, I'll get that one.
I won't hold it against you.
All right. Well, it actually fell on a clean surface.
So we're good. We can put this on right there. So what we're doing is we're actually charring the corn. What we're doing there is we're trying to get a smoky flavor onto the corn. So as you can see, if you look at it, we're starting to get some color here in that blackening. We're actually going to blacken and get that charred color on the corn all the way around. And these spring onions here, I didn't put anything on the corn, but the spring onions I put olive oil, salt, and pepper on. And we're just trying to get those to cook down, get some beautiful grill marks on there.
So this is just raw corn. You husk it, you put it right up there, and that's all you really need to do to that,
That's
right?
perfectly, it's all you have to do, yeah.
And this, I saw you prep this with a little bit of olive oil. Now, do you use extra virgin, a virgin, or what type of olive oil?
I
do you
use extra virgin olive oil. I actually it's a brand called Zoe. It's a Spanish olive oil.
Okay.
I like it because it's a lot more mild than your stronger Italian ones. So when you're cooking things, unless I want that really strong olive oil flavor, I can still get just a little hint of it and still bring out the flavor of the rest of my food.
Interesting stuff. I noticed these onions here are cooking up pretty quick.
Yep, see, you got those beautiful grill marks on there.
Uh-huh.
So we're just gonna flip those over, just like that. And I think our corn's ready for a turn. Looks like our corn is going right along, and we'll move right on to the bacon. So what we're doing right now is I actually went ahead and started to saute some bacon here while our corn was on the grill. And now I'm gonna add some fresh chopped garlic and fresh chopped jalapeno, and just get that in there. Adding it to that beautiful bacon fat. I didn't take any of it out. We're not going to use really any oil to this because we have that bacon fat. Get that to saute, get a little translucent. Add that wonderful bacon flavor.
And it's smelling pretty good already.
Then we're going to go ahead and add that onion and bell pepper that we had chopped earlier.
Now, this is a very special knife that you have here. You told me about it off camera, but maybe you could tell our viewers about this.
Yeah, this is
left-handed knife.
This is actually a hattori. If you ever watched Kill Bill, that's what this knife is from.
Once you get that samurai sword made by Hattori.
It is. Now it's a family name, so it's not the actual samurai sword maker from the movie, but it is a very very famous brand in Japan, and it's a wonderful knife.
Now we've got you've seared your everything. Now you're chopping up your corn here, and I guess we've got our bacon going over.
We do. We have our bacon going right here, and actually we're ready to start adding things to it. So I don't really want to cook this this onion and bell pepper for too long, because it is going to lose its texture like we talked about earlier. If it goes on, so going ahead and add the corn. Going to add our tomatoes. So you can see the beautiful colors that we have in here. Wonderful summer flavors. And that great smokiness from that charred corn. Then we're going to take some fresh cilantro, chop it up. Go ahead and throw that in there. And then we're just going to let that saute for a minute. And we'll move on to searing our snapper.
Welcome back to the show. I'm back here with Chef Nikhil, and I guess we're getting ready to sear some snapper here.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And actually, we're about to do the most important step when you're searing any sort of fish.
Okay.
So I'll actually have you do it if you don't mind holding this for me.
Okay.
Put that right on top of the fish.
Put that on top of the fish.
And press down.
Press down.
Yeah, the most important thing when you're searing any sort of fish is to make sure that it's dry.
Okay.
Because if you take a wet fish, you sear it on, it's going to stick to your pan.
Oh, okay.
So this actually
That makes
prevents
sense.
it from sticking. So just like that, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then we're going to take that off. You see how it's sticking to the paper towel? That's how we
Yeah.
know you did a great job there.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead and add a little sea salt here to the top of that. A little fresh cracked black pepper. Then I'm actually going to flip it and do the same thing on the other side. We don't have, because of how fresh this is, using our wonderful seeded table and farm to table, we don't want to add too many complicated flavors. So we're actually only going to use the natural jus of the fish. So it's important that you season it well. So great, we're going to take this right over here, get our pan hot, add a little of our beautiful Zoe olive oil to it. Let that go. Now that it's smoking, we're going to turn this flame down just to a medium heat and go ahead and add our snapper. So while we've got this going on, I actually went ahead and preset the oven to 350 degrees. And we're actually just kissing it here for 1 second. I'm going to add just about a teaspoon of butter. And we're going to pop this whole thing right in the oven. Just like that.
Just like that. Well, it looks like it's done, huh?
It is. We went ahead and had it in the oven. It takes about 6 or 7 minutes in the oven, depending on how thick your fish is. And then we're just going to go ahead and flip that right there, and you can see that beautiful skin. We're going to take our salsa that we had earlier, and I'm just actually going to season it with a little bit of salt. Not too much, because you have the bacon in there already. So fresh sea salt, cracked pepper, and then and take some fresh cilantro leaves that haven't been chopped up or picked or anything. We're just going to add that in there for a finishing touch. So stir it up. Get that seasoning all in there.
Very colorful.
It is, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. It's almost a shame to eat it.
So just like that, take our spoon, put it right in the center of a plate. Just like that. Then we're going to take those green onions that we grilled earlier and wrap them around it. And then take our snapper, put it right on top.
Oh, look at that.
So you ready to eat it?
Man, I am starving because my mouth is wet. It just smells so good. I'm going to try a little bit, Chef, if you don't mind. Let's
Go
see
right
how this
ahead.
goes. Wow, this looks, well, I got a little bit of skin action there. Let's go for the meat. Oh man, this is so good. It's not really polite to speak with your mouth full, but how do people get in touch with you? How do we avail ourselves of this kind of cooking?
Well, really, the best way to get in touch with us is on our Facebook page. We're /Rue30A, or go onto our website, www.rue30a.com. And you know, you can schedule an event with us, or if you want to learn how to do this in your home or here, we teach cooking classes as well.
Chef Nikhil, thanks so much for letting us barge into your kitchen today, and thanks for this wonderful fish.
All right.
I'm about to eat after the show.
Thank
And-
you.
And best wishes to you and this great business. And we'll see you guys next time.